If you're using the new Microsoft Whiteboard and you don't see the Documents option underneath Create, this video will help you solve that problem. You might be using the Microsoft Whiteboard, the new version, and ask yourself, hey, how come I don't have a Documents icon here underneath the Create options? I want to be able to import PDFs, Word documents, PowerPoints, and I don't see a Documents icon here. Well, the reason for that could be one of several. First of all, I'm logged into this whiteboard using a personal account, not an organizational account. So I'm going to have to log in using an organizational account to get that Documents icon, and I'm going to have to make sure that the IT administrators have enabled that option for me, which is what I'm going to show you how to do in this video. So if you are the IT administrator for your organization, I'll show you how to enable that option here. And if you're not the IT administrator for your organization, you can see why it's not there and maybe forward this video to them so that they can enable it for your organization. So the first thing I'm going to do is log into an organizational account instead of a personal account. Now, the way that I switch between accounts is just next to this gear icon is a profile picture. If you click on there, you can sign out, sign in using the appropriate accounts. So let's create a new whiteboard again. And this time you're going to notice in my case that I now have this Documents icon. I can start working with documents. But you might still be missing this icon and wondering, hey, how come I'm in with my organizational account and I still don't see that? Well, the reason for that is because of something called connected experiences. Let's have a look. If we go to the gear icon here, you'll notice that underneath privacy and security, I have the option to enable connected experiences. This goes beyond just the documents. It's also going to apply to Bing images. It's going to apply things like handwriting beautification. So we really do want to have this selected if we want to connect to other experiences, especially the documents, which is super important. Now, if you can just toggle this on, go ahead and do so. You're good. You're going to get the Documents icon. However, sometimes this is grayed out because the organizational policies that your IT department has set are not there. Now, it happens that with this account, I am the IT administrator. So let me show you what I have to do. If I click on the hyperlink here to learn more about optional connected experiences, it'll explain some of the things that are part of those experiences and what we have to do as an IT administrator. What we'll do is we'll go to our Office 365 administration portal. One of the things that you might see is when you go into the portal, you may not see all of the options on the side here. So click on the little button here that says Show More, and you're going to see down here a Settings option. Underneath the Settings option, we're going to go to Organizational Settings. And underneath Organizational Settings, you'll see all the different services that are part of my organization. So I'm going to scroll down. You can see all the services that I have here, and I'm going to click on Whiteboard. Underneath Whiteboard, you'll notice that I can turn on the whiteboard for everybody in my organization. This is my own private tenant, so I'm like the only person in this organization. But if I was, say, part of an academic institution, this would be for everybody that's part of that client, part of that tenant. You can go and determine how much diagnostic data you're going to share with Microsoft. And here's the button that you want to make sure is checked. Allow the use of optional connected experiences. So that's going to allow that documents folder and the document functionality to appear for the end users. There are some other cool things here, by the way, board sharing, so you can use that with the Surface Hub. But the one that I'm excited about, that I'm about to test out, is OneDrive storage. So the whiteboard storage is being moved to OneDrive. Once that happens, we're going to have a whole bunch of different possibilities around file management of whiteboards. So I'm going to go ahead and enable that. Stay tuned for some more videos on that. So I'm going to save these options, and these will now affect all of the different users that I have. And now when I go back to my whiteboard, I'm going to have all of the document icon there, plus all the connected experiences. In my case, I had those before I began this demo, but that's how I got them, by going in and turning on those connected experiences. I hope that was useful, and check out my video on how to work with documents in the new Microsoft Whiteboard, as well as a lot of other videos here on the channel on how we can use technology to learn and teach better. Thanks for watching.